If you're over 60 and finding yourself dealing with more aches in your bones or muscles than before, feeling unusually tired even after resting, catching colds or infections more often, struggling with a low mood that just won't lift, or worrying about falls and fractures because your balance doesn't feel as steady, these could be quiet warning signs of something many seniors face without realizing: a hidden vitamin D shortage that's slowly affecting your strength, immunity, and overall vitality. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at getting and using vitamin D, and common everyday mistakes make this shortage even more likely, quietly increasing risks that can steal the active, confident life we want in our later years. Here's something that might worry you. Large studies from organizations like the National Institutes of Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention show that vitamin D deficiency affects 40 to 70% or more of adults over 60, depending on region and season. Research published in major medical journals confirms that low vitamin D levels are strongly linked to higher risks of osteoporosis, fractures, muscle weakness leading to falls, weakened immune response, and even seasonal low mood, issues that can significantly impact independence and quality of life. But here's where it gets even more concerning. Most seniors are never told that 5 simple, everyday errors with vitamin D are making this deficiency far worse than it needs to be, often without any obvious symptoms until problems like a fracture or frequent illness appear. The good news, and the reason you're watching today, is that medical research has clearly identified these 5 common vitamin D mistakes that older adults make regularly, and by understanding and gently correcting them, many people are able to raise their levels safely, feel stronger, more energized, and better protected against these age-related risks. And the best part? These aren't complicated or extreme changes. They're practical adjustments based on solid evidence that fit easily into daily life once you know what to watch for. Before we reveal these 5 common errors and how to fix them if feeling stronger in your bones, more steady on your feet, and better protected as you enjoy your golden years truly matters to you, please take a gentle moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps more seniors like you discover trusted, evidence-based guidance to stay active and independent longer. Now, let's talk calmly about why vitamin D is so important after 60 and why there's plenty of reason for hope. Vitamin D acts like a key that helps your body absorb calcium for strong bones, supports muscle function to prevent falls, strengthens your immune system against infections, and even plays a role in maintaining positive mood and energy. Unlike many vitamins, most of our vitamin D comes from safe sun exposure on skin, with smaller amounts from food or supplements. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Studies from the Mayo Clinic and NIH showed that adults over 60 make about 75% less than younger people from the same sun exposure. Large population research involving thousands of seniors has found that limited outdoor time, use of sunscreen, which is important for skin protection, darker skin tones, and living in northern areas all contribute to widespread low levels. Reviews from Harvard and the Endocrine Society highlight that deficiency is linked to higher fracture risk, up to 30 to 50% increased in severe cases, greater muscle weakness, and reduced immunity. But the reassuring part is that correcting levels through safe methods can meaningfully improve bone density, balance, and overall well-being. According to clinical studies and meta-analyses, seniors who maintain adequate vitamin D often experience fewer falls, better strength, and stronger immune response, benefits that support independence and quality of life. Most importantly, the evidence shows vitamin D status is highly correctable with the right approach, giving us real control and optimism. Here's the surprising part almost nobody knows. One of the biggest vitamin D mistakes seniors make is something we're often encouraged to do for skin health: but going too far quietly blocks the main way our bodies get this vital nutrient. The first common vitamin D error that many seniors make every day is avoiding all direct sun exposure, often because we've heard strong warnings about skin cancer and premature aging, so we stay completely covered. Use high SPF sunscreen whenever outside, or simply spend most time indoors. While protecting your skin is absolutely important, going to the extreme of zero unprotected sun can quietly block the primary way your body naturally produces vitamin D. Here's why this mistake matters so much after 60. Your skin uses UV rays from sunlight to convert a natural compound into active vitamin D, the most efficient source for most people. As we age, this process already becomes less effective, so completely avoiding sun means many seniors get very little of this essential nutrient without realizing it, leading to lower levels over time. Picture someone like Dorothy, a 72-year-old who is diligent about sun protection after a skin cancer scare in her family, always wearing long sleeves, hats, and sunscreen even for short outdoor time. She started feeling more fatigued and achy, and her blood test revealed surprisingly low vitamin D. With her doctor's guidance, she added short, safe sun sessions, and within months her energy and strength improved noticeably. Many seniors share similar stories once they find the right balance. Studies published in major medical journals, including the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, show that older adults with minimal sun exposure have significantly higher rates of vitamin D deficiency. Large population research involving thousands of seniors has found that just 10 to 30 minutes of midday sun exposure on arms and face several times a week can produce thousands of IU of vitamin D naturally, far more than most diets provide. The Mayo Clinic and NIH reviews highlight that safe, moderate sun exposure is associated with better bone density and fewer fractures in older adults, while complete avoidance contributes to widespread low levels. A meta-analysis of sun exposure studies confirmed that brief unprotected time, without burning, safely raises vitamin D levels by meaningful amounts in seniors without increasing skin cancer risk significantly when done sensibly. Clinical guidelines from the Endocrine Society note that for lighter skin, about 10 to 15 minutes of summer midday sun on arms and legs 2 to 3 times weekly meets needs for many, while darker skin may require 3 to 5 times longer. But here's something most seniors are never told. Sunscreen with SPF 30 or higher blocks nearly all vitamin D production, so applying it immediately eliminates the benefit, even on short walks. The reassuring news is that safe sun exposure is simple and enjoyable. Aim for 10 to 20 minutes of midday sun, when your shadow is shorter than you, on arms, legs, and face without sunscreen a few times a week, never enough to burn. Start conservatively, especially with fair skin, and always protect longer exposures with sunscreen, hats, or shade. If you have skin cancer history or take photosensitizing medications, talk to your doctor first for personalized advice. Many people feel more energized and confident knowing they're naturally boosting vitamin D while still caring for their skin. Here's the surprising part almost nobody knows. While safe sun is powerful, the next common mistake seniors make is thinking food alone can provide enough vitamin D after 60. But research shows it's usually far from sufficient. The second everyday vitamin D error many seniors make is relying solely on food to get enough of this nutrient, thinking that eating certain items like fish, eggs, or fortified milk will cover their needs without supplements or sun. While these foods do provide some vitamin D, research shows that for most people over 60, diet alone simply can't supply the amounts needed to maintain healthy levels, especially with age-related changes. Here's why this mistake is so common yet limiting after 60. Natural food sources of vitamin D are quite limited, only a few like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified products contain meaningful amounts. as we age and may eat smaller portions or avoid richer foods for digestion or cholesterol reasons, it's easy to fall short without realizing it, leading to gradual deficiency. Imagine someone like Harold, a 68-year-old who prided himself on a healthy diet with salmon twice a week, eggs most mornings, and fortified orange juice. He was surprised when his annual blood test showed low vitamin D, thinking food was enough. After discussing with his doctor and adding a safe supplement, his levels improved, aches eased, and he felt steadier on his feet. Many seniors discover the same gap once they check. Studies published in major medical journals, including the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, show that most older adults get less than 200 to 400 IU daily from even vitamin D-rich diets, far below the 600 to 800 IU recommended, let alone the higher amounts many need. Large population research involving thousands of seniors has found that dietary intake accounts for only 10 to 20% of total vitamin D in older adults, with the rest historically from sun exposure. The Mayo Clinic and NIH reviews highlight that food sources like 3 ounces of salmon provide about 400 to 600 IU, an egg yolk around 40 IU, and fortified milk about 100 IU per glass, meaning you'd need impractical amounts daily to reach optimal levels. A meta-analysis of dietary studies confirmed that relying on food without supplementation or sun often leaves seniors with insufficient blood levels, contributing to higher risks of deficiency-related issues. Clinical guidelines from the Endocrine Society note that while fatty fish are the best natural source, even regular consumption rarely exceeds 500 to 600 IU daily for most diets. But here's something most seniors are never told. Fortified foods vary widely in actual vitamin D content, and absorption from food can be lower in older adults with digestive changes. The reassuring news is that recognizing this gap opens easy solutions. Include vitamin D-rich foods like salmon, tuna, sardines, egg yolks, and fortified milk or cereal when possible. They're still valuable for overall nutrition. But for most over 60, a safe supplement, usually D3, discussed with your doctor bridges the difference effectively. Many find combining modest food sources with supplementation brings levels up gently and reliably. This awareness brings real peace of mind, knowing you're covering needs without guesswork. Here's the surprising part almost nobody knows. Even when seniors do take supplements, the next common error involves choosing the wrong dose or type, quietly limiting how much benefit they actually get. The third common vitamin D error seniors often make is taking the wrong dose or form of supplement, either too low to make a difference, too high without monitoring, or choosing vitamin D2 instead of the more effective D3. Many start supplements on their own with a standard multivitamin or low-dose pill, assuming it's enough, but research shows this frequently leaves levels suboptimal for real benefits after 60. Here's why getting the dose and form right matters so much. Vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is generally more effective at raising blood levels than D2, ergocalciferol, especially in older adults. Too low a dose won't raise blood levels adequately, while excessive amounts, without checking, can rarely lead to high calcium issues. Personalized dosing based on your starting level is key for safe, effective results. Think of someone like Margaret, a 71-year-old who took a daily multivitamin with 400 IU of vitamin D for years, believing it covered her. When tested, her level was still low, and she continued having muscle aches. Her doctor switched her to 2,000 IU of D3 daily, retested after a few months, and her symptoms eased as levels normalized. Many seniors experience this same eye-opening improvement with the right approach. Studies published in major medical journals, including the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, showed that vitamin D3 is generally more effective at raising blood levels than D2. Large clinical trials involving thousands of seniors have found that doses of 800, 2000 IU daily are generally needed to achieve optimal blood levels, 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter, in most over 60. The Mayo Clinic and NIH reviews highlight that standard multivitamin doses, 400 to 600 IU, are often insufficient for deficiency correction in seniors, leaving many below target despite supplementation. A meta-analysis of supplementation studies confirmed that higher doses, 1,000 to 4,000 IUD3, safely improve bone health and may help reduce fall risk in some studies when guided by testing. Clinical guidelines from the Endocrine Society recommend D3 over D2 and individualized dosing, noting that many seniors safely tolerate 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily without side effects when monitored. But here's something most seniors are never told. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, so taking it with a meal containing healthy fat, like avocado or nuts, can increase absorption by up to 50%. The reassuring news is that getting this right is straightforward with professional input. Choose vitamin D3 supplements. Look for cholecalciferol on the label. Start with 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily if not tested, and always discuss with your doctor, especially if you have kidney issues or take certain medications. Retest blood levels after 3 months to adjust safely. Many feel stronger bones, better balance, and renewed energy once levels are optimized, bringing true hope and confidence. Here's the surprising part almost nobody knows. Even with the right supplement, the next error quietly prevents many seniors from absorbing it properly, often due to common medications or health changes we don't connect to vitamin D. The fourth common vitamin D error many seniors make is not getting their blood levels checked regularly or at all, assuming they're fine based on symptoms or habits alone. Without a simple test, it's impossible to know your true status, and many stay deficient for years without realizing, missing the chance for targeted correction. Here's why testing is so crucial after 60. Vitamin D needs vary widely due to skin type, weight, location, medications, and health conditions. You can't reliably guess levels from diet or sun exposure, and both low and excessively high levels, rare but possible, can cause issues. Regular checking guides safe adjustments for optimal benefits. Consider someone like George, a 67-year-old who supplemented sporadically and felt okay, so he never tested. At a routine visit, his level was very low, explaining lingering fatigue and aches. Starting proper dosing based on the test made a noticeable difference in his strength and mood. Many seniors have this aha moment once tested. Studies published in major medical journals, including JAMA Internal Medicine, show that over 50% of older adults tested in primary care have insufficient vitamin D, with many undiagnosed until complications arise. Large population research involving thousands of seniors has found that routine testing and correction improve bone health markers and reduce fracture risk meaningfully. The Mayo Clinic and NIH reviews highlight that optimal blood levels, 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter, are associated with better muscle function and fewer falls. A meta-analysis of testing studies confirmed that guided supplementation based on blood results is more effective and safer than fixed doses without monitoring. Clinical guidelines from the Endocrine Society recommend checking 25-hydroxy vitamin D levels for those at higher risk. But here's something most seniors are never told. Levels can fluctuate seasonally, dropping significantly in winter even with consistent habits. The good news is testing is a quick blood draw, often covered by insurance, and empowers precise care. Now, the fifth and final error, ignoring factors that affect vitamin D absorption, common in seniors, but easy to address. Many take supplements yet still have low levels because of gut changes, obesity, which can reduce effective circulating levels, or medications like steroids, anticonvulsants, or cholesterol drugs that interfere with absorption or activation. Studies show obesity can reduce effective circulating levels, while certain medications lower them significantly. Reviews note magnesium deficiency, common in seniors, also impairs vitamin D use. The reassuring fix: take with a fatty meal, maintain healthy weight gradually, and discuss medications with your doctor. Alternatives or adjustments may help. Some benefit from higher doses if absorption is lower. We've explored 5 everyday vitamin D errors seniors often make: avoiding all sun, relying only on diet, wrong supplement dose/form, skipping blood tests, and ignoring absorption issues. Correcting them gently, safe sun balance. D3 supplements guided by testing attention to absorption can raise levels safely, supporting stronger bones, better balance, immunity, and energy. Your body responds well to these changes at any age. Discuss with your doctor, start simply, and retest to track progress. You deserve vitality and confidence. Small steps with vitamin D can make a big difference. Thank you for joining me. I truly believe avoiding these errors can help you thrive.